So in this screen recording, I'm going to be talking about the typeface which is used on Beyonce's #4 album. So just like for the images which I mentioned in the previous screen recording, you can see that there is a very consistent theme throughout all of the pages. This is again just to create that link for the audience and they know that it is all meant to be associated with the same album, which is a very important thing. The wording itself is quite clear and easy to read. It sits neatly and simply on the page, so there isn't really any confusion about what the words could be. Although it's a little bit difficult to talk about it here, for example on the back cover you can definitely see that it is again still really easy to look at. So for the artist name, the album is it's definitely used a slightly bolder font. This is just to make sure that it stands out from the audience. They've also used this same font for the #4. Again, it's slightly smaller than her name, but it's still significantly larger than all of the other words on the page or on the back cover, which I'm on about. Yeah, the use of the serif can the use of the serif consistently makes the font seem more classy and posh and just adds a bit of a reputation to her own name. By that I'm on about this little accent. She's also got it on her CD. She has 2 in fact, but anyway. Yeah. The font hasn't been overcomplicated. It's just a simple black to make sure that it really one, it links to what she's wearing, and 2, to make sure that it stands out from the background in particular. So if I go on to the back now, as you can see, they've used, alright, this image is awful, but if you go on to the carousel, which is above this screen recording, you'll be able to see the words a lot better. So they have used a very, very similar font, although it is a lot, significantly smaller, and they have variation within this text here. So I don't know if you can see, but for example in this bit here you can see that this text is slightly bolder. That's because it is the heading for listing some of the names involved, and then it goes into listing the names. So even that small little variation is quite important just to remember and look at. The font also complements this beigey yellowy tone, which again just links it a little bit more together, and it makes the words stand out a little bit more and makes it easier to read. Even on the disc itself you can see that the writing, it's all black in the same font. It all links together, which is quite a nice thing to have. So that sums up the typeface for Beyonce's #4 album.